What's good, y'all? My name is Zach Young, and welcome back to Young Money Sports. So I was walking to class yesterday, and I was checking Twitter, when I started seeing a bunch of things about Zach Wilson popping up on there, and I decided to look more into it. And that's when I found out that the Broncos had actually traded for the former second overall pick. Now, at face value, this just looks like another stupid move by the Denver Broncos. I mean, Zach Wilson? Really? You're trading for that guy after the career that he's had, and especially after last year? And I think that's the sentiment that a lot of Broncos fans and NFL fans in general were having once the trade was announced. I mean, the Broncos were getting clowned once again, like they always do when they make some sort of dumb move like this. And at first, I was definitely a part of that crowd. I was bitching at a bunch of people. I was complaining on Twitter. I felt like this was another dumb move by the Broncos to try to patch a hole in a sinking ship. But the more I thought about it, I realized that it's really not that bad of a trade. Is it a good trade? Hell no. But it's not necessarily just a god-awful trade. And there's two main reasons for that. First, unlike the other Wilson trade that we made, the Broncos basically gave up nothing for Zach Wilson. I believe that Denver sent a 6th round pick to New York in exchange for a 7th round pick and Zach Wilson. So, there really is nothing to lose from trading for Zach Wilson. You're not really sending a whole lot, if really anything. The Jets were really just trying to unload him for whatever they could get. So unlike last time, if Wilson ends up sucking, it's not going to screw the franchise over for years because they're not really giving him any significant futures to keep him around. Second, and what I believe is the most important about all this, is his contract. Wilson is set to be paid $5 million this year in year 4 of his 5-year rookie contract, with a $23 million team option that, hopefully, the Broncos won't pick up. What makes this even better, too, is that the Jets are actually paying half of Wilson's contract this year, so both teams are splitting it at around $2.5 to $2.75 million each. And it's just crazy to me to think that the Broncos are currently paying their entire quarterback room around a third, actually less than a third, of what they're paying Russell Wilson right now to not play on their team. But the point of all this is, it's a very low-risk, high-reward trade. If he sucks, then whatever. He's going to be a free agent after this year anyways, because they're definitely not going to pick up that $23 million team option. You'd have to be stupid to do that, even for the Broncos. If he sucks, you can just let him walk. If he's good, then great. He can be a solid backup quarterback for whoever we draft in next year's draft. Because despite the trades that these talking heads want to propose on social media, Denver is not really in a position where they should be giving away futures for a quarterback class that's not really that great. At least not a class that you could justify trading significant futures and multiple first-round picks to move up 4 spots. I'd honestly rather them try to fix other spots on the team by drafting guys like Jared Verse, Keon Coleman, or Rome Odunze even. Or hell, you could even trade down and acquire more futures from a team that's desperate for whatever they could get from that 12th spot. I just don't think they need to really go for a quarterback in this year's draft unless Michael Penix is available, maybe even later in the draft. But if he's not, it's better just to pick somebody more useful with that 12th pick and run it with Wilson this year and pick somebody to replace him in next year's draft. Because without a doubt, they will definitely have a high pick in next year's draft. I mean, with that roster, they're definitely going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. Not the worst team though, because the Carolina Panthers still exist. That's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all later.